in order to have the subtopic question be complete. So where it says questions, I'm going to create a question for what I'm searching for in order to get a meaty citation. So my question is, what have, and please add this to your shopping list, what have experts said about the ways that the Nazis killed their victims? This is going to help me focus my research. Now I know I'm not just looking for background information. At this point, I'm looking for meaty citations that are coming from experts. Now, at the bottom, there's a place where it says key terms. As you are reviewing your outline, I want you to look for any key terms, any names of people or places, or anything else that's like a single item that you really need to do more research on in order to know what it is. So you shouldn't be putting things in your paper if you can't explain to other people what they are. So are there any key terms in here that aren't explained? Take a look at the first one. Is that one explained? This first term to me, I don't know what that is. But do we find out in that note what that German word means? Joaquin, what do you think? Track Joaquin, please.
I think yes. It says, whatever that word is, was a squad composed of German SS and police personnel.
Okay. Excellent. So this is already explained. I don't need to add that to the list. But what terms could I add? What items might we need to do more research on because they're not explained in my notes? Israel?
What SS officer?
Excellent. We don't know what an SS officer is. So that's another thing I would add to the shopping list. Now, after you've created your shopping list, you're ready to go. You're going to open up, at that point, your computers and start searching for the information you need. But, should you just print the first thing that you find?
No.
No, right? So, let's see. I want you to make sure that you don't print the article if, and let's make this a sad face here to remind us that this is the articles we don't want. This is what Adia Anise looks like when she found out that the Justin Bieber concert was sold out. She's bummed. So make a sad face. This is what you don't want to print. And remember the lesson we did a few, like almost 2 weeks ago now, on the difference between good sources and bad internet sources. What are some things you want to avoid? We don't want to print the article if what? Frederick. Would you say that one more time? Because I think it was great, but I think everybody wants to hear it.
Because it has a blog.
Good. If it's a blog. What else is a red flag for you? You don't want to print it. Jason.
Wikipedia.
Yes. Wikipedia. Keith.
Can you say about.com?
Yeah, we don't want to use about.com. What if you get to a site that's written by a university professor, they're an expert on what they do, and you're reading through, it looks like it's about your topic, but you can't quite understand what it's saying. It's using way too high level vocab. Do we want to print that article?
No.
No. So please put articles we can't understand. Please read at least the first few paragraphs before you press print. because otherwise you'll end up wasting quite a bit of paper if you can't read, if you can't understand what they've written. Okay? Now, let's make this a happy face. This is Zaria as she is going sledding yesterday on her snow day. Alright, Zaria, you're a lot bigger than this. Sorry. So, what types of articles do we want to print? How do you know that you should press print? Keith, track Keith, please.
It just says,
1 second. Track Keith, please.
I was gonna say, it say EDU.
Ah, yes. Usually, if it's a website and it ends in .edu, it'll be a more reliable source. How else do you know it's a good website to print? Israel? Usually .org will be more reliable than .com. If the site is a .com website, I want you to make sure that it has a bibliography. If it has its bibliography at the end, that's a lot more reliable than somebody who just writes their opinions and doesn't tell you where they got their information from. The last thing that you need to do in order to go for it and press print is make sure it's going to allow you to check off one of your items on your shopping list. All right, before you open your computer, I'm going to give you your final instructions, and then it'll be time for you to be doing all the research you need to do, but I need all eyes up here before I give those final instructions. Before you open your computer, what I want you to do is go through your outline, one page at a time. If you need something on that page, add that to your shopping list. I need to approve your shopping list before you even open your computer. Raise your hand. I'm going to look at your shopping list very quickly. I'm going to give you a thumbs up, and then you can do your research. I also need you to let me know before you press print and before you go get your article from the printer. So just raise your hand. I'll take a quick look, make sure you've met the criteria, and I'll give you a thumbs up and you can print it. You guys have about 45 minutes. That's a ton of time to do research right now. So I want you to push yourself to get a really thorough shopping list and to be able to check off every single item with the articles that you find. Questions before you get started?